Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO post-rotation deck battle video. Today guys, we're going to be playing a Lunala Psychic Box deck for today's deck battle against a Malamar Ultra Necrozma deck. And it's a very entertaining match, and yeah, we'll get into it, and we'll get into the deck and kind of how the deck is and how it works and everything. So obviously, Lunala, y'all know, is a very interesting card. Unfortunately, it never gets to see much play. It's kind of kept in check by Zoark. It's also just not that great of an attacker on its own. Moonguy's Beam, 4 energies for 120 is asking for a lot, and shutting down healing, it just doesn't matter that much. Not many decks play Max Potion, and there's Ace Rolla anyways, so it's not a big issue for decks to really deal with Moonguy's Beam. But we're going to look at a post-rotation deck profile today using different Psychic attackers, and we'll kind of just look at it and how it works. And yeah, there's really no Celestial Storm cards that I could think of that could really add to this deck, so I think the deck is fine how it is. So we'll take a look at it, and again, one of the main cards, and probably the main card of the deck, the center of the deck, goes to Lunala GX with the ability Psychic Transfer. As often as you want during your turn, you may move a Psychic Energy from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. This is a very powerful ability. It's what makes Lunala, like, at least decent. Without the ability, Lunala GX would be pretty trash, but the ability makes it pretty good. And thankfully, we have a bunch of Psychic types to choose from. Now again, we are in the new format, and there's certain Psychic types that are gone, and we'll take a look at some of the options, and some also, like, I guess some, like, other tech cards you could run in this deck, if you really wanted to. There's a lot of Psychic types, even in post-rotation. And most of the good ones, I am going to be using the ones that I think stand out the most, the ones that could benefit this deck the most. But there are a lot of good Psychic types still in post-rotation to go over, and we'll look at the attackers that I've gone with real quick. So the first one is going to be Dawn Wings Necrozma. Very solid card. It works really well with Lunala because you have Dark Flash, you have Moon's Eclipse, which is a really nice GX attack to have in this type of a deck. Dark Flash is also very good at one-shotting Buzzwoles, but again, this deck can suffer quite a bit with the fact that there's really no good one-shotter. That's one thing that I think this deck will struggle with the most, and I will kind of show you guys in the match that I got that this deck can struggle to take one-shots, and really the only two good ones are Dawn Wings and Mewtwo-GX. Now, Mewtwo-GX is the second GX Psychic attacker that I'm playing in this deck with the attack Psystrike. With 3 Psychic energies, you get to hit for 200 damage. This is nice. You can just straight up knock out anything that is in that range of HP. Very good attack, and it definitely comes in handy at knocking stuff out. And you also have Full Burst and Super Absorption. Full Burst is pretty good too. If you put like 4 energies on Mewtwo, you can hit for a nice solid 120. It's not again, it's one of those things where it's like you need a lot of Psychics to do a lot of damage, which is unfortunate. But Mewtwo does have the option of one-shot things with Psystrike, so it is one of the one-shotters, and that's why I'm playing it. We also play 2 Prism Stars. We got Lunala Prism Star. We have it here for Full Moon Star. It can be great in the early game, great in late game to get energy in play. That's one thing that Lunala kind of needs. It needs some way to get energy in play. You know, a lot of Lunala lists you've seen probably play Max Elixir as a way to get energy in play. When we have Full Moon Star, we also have Psystorm, which could also be a very solid attack too. We are playing This is the second time I call Prism Star Giratina with the ability Chaotic Star and the attack Crisis Dive. Both are pretty useful in this deck. Chaotic Star can be another way to get Psychic energy in play. You can get up to 2 energies in play when you play this Pokemon from your hand on your bench. And you also have Crisis Dive, which for 4 energies can do 160 damage. And that's a nice chunk of damage. Considering we do run 1 Choice Band, we can use that to do 190 to one-shot things like Ultra Necrozma. And we play, of course, our 2 Lele's with Wonder Tag. We are playing this Lunala here with Shatter Shot and Wings of the Moon. It's another nice non-GX attacker that can do a good chunk of damage. And we are playing 3 Lunalas. I've gone with 3 today because I feel like the deck could benefit more off of 3. I think 2 could be another decent play, you know, instead of playing 3 Lunala GXs. But I'm fine with going with 3 for now. We got our 4 Cosmogs. I am playing 2 Cosmoems. And I am playing 2 Shining Mews. This is a very useful card in this deck. It does have Free Retreat, which is pretty important in this deck. And you also have Legendary Guidance, which for a single Psychic energy, search deck for up to 2 energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon, or not one of your Pokemon, to your Pokemon in any way you like. The ability to be able to do that is very good because this allows you to get 2 energies in play, put them wherever you want so you can spread them out in case you're scared your opponent would knock one out next turn. And this is another way we get energy in play. Again, Lunala kind of wants to have its energy in play a lot of the time with Psychic Transfer, so you can combo with Max Potion. Shining Mew can help us with that. It does only have 30 HP, which is very weak. It will get one-shotted by so many things, but the ability to get 2 energies in play, I think, is worth it, and the free retreat cost is also pretty useful. And yeah, those are all the Pokemon we play. Some other attackers, you could maybe run like an Espeon EX if you want. You could play something like maybe Mimikyu. Mimikyu wouldn't be terrible either, I guess, but I don't know what it would be useful for. You have Toxapex GX if you wanted to play that. That could be an option. I don't hate that either. You could play like one Necrozma for Black Gray, and then when you have to, Prismatic Burst. But then you'd have to rely on like the Lunala. You can also play like Nihilego if you really want. Empty Light could be decent if you have Dawnwings in play. You don't have to worry about the effect of it. You do have Lockup and Symbiont GX. So there are some decent options for attackers. Heck, you could even play Naganadel, even though it's kind of pointless in this deck. So yeah, those are all psychic attackers. We go to the items now. One Field Blower. We don't have to worry about Garbodor anymore, so we can cut down on the Field Blowers. I am playing 3 copies of Max Potion. Again, Max Potion is one of the best ways you can combo with Lunala. It's one of the best cards to combo with Lunala. Also, being able to Psychic Transfer the energy off something that your opponent did one shot, and then you Max Potion, heal all the damage off, is super strong. We got 4 Mysterious Treasures, because all we play is Psychic types. 3 Ultra Balls. We got 1 Stretcher to be able to get our Pokemon back. We are playing only 3 Rare Candies. I am playing 2 Cosmoems. But you can always bump it up to 4 Rare Candies and go like 1 Cosmoem if you really wanted to. It's up to you. We got 3 Ultra the Moon. One of the most important cards of the deck. It, helps out your board quite a bit. Almost everything gets free retreat. Lunala GX gets free retreat. Dawnwings gets free retreat. Giratina gets free retreat. The only thing that doesn't get free retreat, I think, is Lunala. Prism Star. For the supporters, we got 2 Copycat. Obviously great against Zoroark GX when they have big hands. We got 4 Cynthias. We got 3 Guzmas. We got our 1 Judge just for the disruption, and if we're playing against something like Sylveon or Metagross. 1 copy of Lillie to be able to draw cards. We got 1 Pokemon Fan Club. Great card. It could be great to get like a Mew and like another big attacker like Giratina or Mewtwo-GX. 1 copy of Choice Band. I'm actually splitting it up. Choice Band is useless in some scenarios. Like again, Moonguy's Beam only caps at 150 with a Choice Band, which is not that impressive. Same with like Dark Flash, but it is useful for Giratina and even the other Lunala. We all are playing 1 Wishful Baton. Something I am experimenting in this deck is Wishful Baton, another way to keep your energy in play, and 10 basic Psychic energies for the energy count. And yeah, this is my post-rotation Lunala Psychic Box deck. And we're going to take a look at it here in our post-rotation match against a Malamar Ultra Necrozma deck. So see you guys in a moment in the matches. Alright guys, here we go. Let's get straight into the battle. And of course, we are going to be playing... well, actually, I got 3 options. I got my Lucario build, my Lunala build, or my Dialga Magnezone build. And I think I'm actually going to go with Lunala today, because I haven't played Lunala in a while, and I actually kind of feel like playing it for a post-rotation match against my boy here. And we'll see if we are able to get a good game. And guys, finally, though, I do want to say this. I finally got some codes for Celestial Storm. I got 92 codes coming in. It's going to be an insane day. I'm probably going to be streaming when the set drops on Friday. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a fun set. I'm actually really excited. Unfortunately, we did start with Giratina. If we actually started with a second basic Pokemon, this would have been a really good start for me, because I would have been able to get Giratina down with 2 extra energies on it. We are, of course, playing against a Malamar Ultra Necrozma deck, which is a pretty interesting matchup for us. I think one of the things that will make it tough is probably the fact that we don't really have any good way to hit him for weakness. We don't have any good fairy types or anything, which is something, this deck could use. Maybe he's like a good fairy type attacker, but there isn't any. But we'll have to see if we're able to get anything going. We do have an okay starting hand. We can probably do Copycat here. If my opponent decides to Lillie for 8, we could always do Copycat. And it looks like my opponent's going to put down an Ultra the Moon, which is fine, because that's definitely going to help us. And we're going to see a Lillie for 8. If they keep the hand, we get to Copycat for 8. So we'll have to see if we're able to keep it or not. I mean, even then, we can probably Copycat for at least 7, which is still going to be really, really good. So we will see a Nest Ball from my opponent for the Ultra Necrozma. And are they going to play any other cards down? They will. Ooh, they're going to be actually playing 2 cards from their hand here. So Copycat isn't going to be as effective. Unfortunately, my opponent's going to get pretty well set up there. So Copycat and Judge. I mean, we could probably still Copycat for 5. I don't really see anything wrong with that. Giratina is weak to Dark, so we're not in any threat right away. Okay, so we might as well attach to Giratina. We give it free retreat. Maybe we can draw a Shining Mew. I think I have to do Copycat. I could Judge my opponent to 4. I don't hate that either, but I think we have to do Copycat just so we can try and get a second Pokemon. we could easily lose next turn to an Ultra Necrozma. So we did draw a Cosmog. We also got Tapu Lele-GX. I think I'm just going to stay in the active. We just got to hope my Promo Giratina doesn't get KO'd. Did I just really call you Promo Giratina? I meant Giratina Prism Star. I mean, they both start with P's and R's, so you get the names mixed up, right? But we'll see if my opponent's able to take down my Giratina. Thankfully, there's no, like, oh, I was going to say, they might struggle to find the Metal Energy, but my opponent finds it. If they find one more Malamar, Giratina goes down here, and we're going to be in trouble if that does happen. Maybe I should have played the Wishful Baton. My opponent's going to do Psychic Recharge. I mean, if they have another Psychic Energy or a... Well, no, they have to have another Malamar, right? Well, they don't have any other energy in the discard pile. But they are actually going to bring out the Ultra Necrozma, so they're actually just going to attack me for, looks like 100, which is fine. Alright, so this is going to be the turn. I think we're just going to grab Mew, to be honest with you. We'll grab Fan Club. And yeah, I think we'll grab Mew here. I mean, the problem is, like, we have Mewtwo-GX, which could one-shot Necrozma next turn. The only problem with that is we can't really pull that off, because Mewtwo will just get KO'd in return by Moon's Eclipse. Or, yeah, because if we do, we're going to go into Mew this turn, and that'll give up one prize card. And my opponent does knock me out Moon's Eclipse, we'll take 2. So yeah, we'll be in a pretty rough spot if we actually just knock him out with Mew. I think we have to just go another Cosmog. I don't really know where I want to put the Mew, though. That's the only problem. I don't really know where to put the energy. He might have a Guzma in his hand, and we would just get KO'd. So we have to be a little careful here. We'll have to see. I could just put on Giratina, and then just Wishful Baton it. I don't hate that. We force him to have a Guzma and a... thing. Actually, maybe Lele's the better Pokemon. I think, yeah, we have to put it on Tapu Lele. Or we could put it any way we like, but I think we have to put him on Lele. I could have spread out the energy, I guess. But I think Lele's got the highest probability of surviving the turn, hopefully. Well, maybe I should have spread out the energy. But if I put too much energy on Giratina, and then it gets Field Blowered and KO'd in the same turn. Okay, so it looks like they're just going to bring out a Cosmog, which is fine. We have one other in play. And we have 4 energies in play now, which is pretty nice. We just gotta hope we get a Rare Candy Lunala here off Cynthia, and then we can start doing some tactics. It's just gonna be tough to take down this Necrozma. We did put Wishful Baton on Giratina, so we're actually gonna be unable to knock it out with the Choice Band play, which would be a lot better. So it's gonna be a little tough to deal with this Necrozma. If we get past Necrozma, maybe we'll be okay. For now, we will bring out Mew. Does it free retreat? Okay, we didn't find ourselves the... Okay, yeah, we didn't find the Lunala. And this could be bad if my opponent has another Guzma. I might just have to grab Cosmoem. If they have Guzma, it's not looking good for us. I think I will do Field Blower. I played my Ulnar for the Moon, so I don't really care about discarding that. I could have also got rid of Wishful Baton, but I'd rather just get rid of that. This way we take away that invasion play they might have. Might as well put some energy on Giratina while we're at it. And, I mean, if I beam him for 10, it's not going to matter. So, guess we'll just Legendary Guidance for now. We're getting a little low on energies, so we'll put 1 on Giratina, 1 on Cosmoem. We'll just spread out as much energy as we can. I was thinking of playing the Max Potion on my Giratina just to heal it. Maybe that would have been a better play, too, if I, would have done that. Maybe I should have, because then it would have decreased the odds, I guess, of, like, trying to do it when we need it next turn to try and find our Lunala. But we got Lunala in play. We're going to force my opponent to have to play a lot of energies on this Necrozma to knock me out. And maybe that's the best tactic we have, and just pray he doesn't get it. And if he does, rip us. I guess that'll be the strat. So my opponent will do Cynthia. So it looks like we are going to keep all this energy in play. The only thing I am scared of is that Field Blower coming down, getting rid of this Wishful Baton. So we see a Mysterious Treasure. That's most likely going to get them the second Malamar they need. Now they have the double Malamar in place, so this is going to be a little bit more trickier to deal with. I mean, I guess a good tactic could be try and get a Mewtwo Guzma knockout on this Dawn Wings in 1 turn, and then just pray he doesn't return KO me somehow. That might have to be the play. And it looks like my opponent is actually going to knock me out with Dawn Wings, which I'm fine with. This does open up the door for a potential Psystrike KO on this thing next turn. And then this guy, I mean, yeah, we might be okay. So I'm actually fine with my opponent doing this. So that Field Blower was good, so I did take away that option he had. So I think we're going to bring out Lele, because it's got a 1 retreat cost. Okay. There's Mewtwo. Alright, that's a good start. And we'll Cynthia, and all we need to do is find a Lunala, and we're good. And nice, we drew Lunala. So that is perfect. So now we're in a pretty good spot, I think. We're able to do a lot of things this turn, for sure. We're going to be able to knock him out. We're going to be able to get rid of that Psychic Attacker. We're going to force my opponent to find a way to retreat into this Necrozma to KO me. And if he doesn't do that, I mean, I wish I had a Guzma. We don't have other Lele either. So we might not be able to respond with a Guzma next turn. I might just do another Treasure. Okay, I think what we'll do first, we'll treasure the Treasure away. And we'll grab another Cosmog, I guess. So I think we have to try and build up more Lunalas. So we'll probably just get a second Cosmog. We will Psychic Transfer, we'll get all the energy off Giratina, put him onto Mewtwo-GX, and we'll Max Potion the Giratina. So that Giratina is nice and fully healed, and that'll be good. Wish I could move the tool, but you know, I don't play Magirna. Yeah, we'll Max Potion the Giratina. Still have 2 left, right? Yeah, okay. So, we'll attach to Lunala. We want to probably put all the energy on Lunala, because it's the most likely thing to survive. We will have to give up 1 energy here, but we kind of just subtracted that anyway, so it's fine. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket just in case, so I guess we'll put energy on Giratina, just if worse comes to worse, and he knocks out Lunala somehow. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, so it's probably safe. And we'll Side Strike my opponent. This is good. Now, my opponent could easily just drop a Dawn Wings out of nowhere and fall over the KO, and that would be pretty bad. Not gonna lie, that would be very bad, actually. But for now, we might be okay. My opponent brings out Lele, which they might have a KO. They're gonna need a Choice Band here to knock me out, but they're just gonna attach to the Necrozma, so maybe they don't have it. We'll see. They might be playing Switch. You never know. These decks could potentially play Switch as a replacement for Float, so they still have that Dawn Wings. I wouldn't be surprised if they Switch or Guzma me, actually. Okay, they do have the Dawn Wings, which they would have had that option to KO my Mewtwo this turn, so they're definitely taking a KO this turn, I guess. They're getting rid of an Enhanced Hammer and a Probe. That's something I also need to get into play. Side Storm can be very big. I really need to get this guy off the prizes. We'll see what they're doing here. We'll see if my opponent's going for a Guzma play, but no, they did stuff. Okay, so I guess Lele is going to be stuck in the active then? That's fine. Alright, that is cool. Can we draw a Guzma? We do not. Okay. That's something I was hoping we would get there. My opponent is definitely KOing me this turn. They might even be able to knock me out with Dawn Wings, which would be pretty terrible. But I don't want to attack with Lunala. I think what we're going to have to do is Cynthia, and then pray we can find another Lunala, or at least a Cosmoem at the very least. Okay, that's fine. I'm actually probably going to get rid of Max Potion. Definitely going to get rid of Ultra the Moon. And yeah, we'll grab a second Cosmoem. We're going to want to double up our Cosmoems here. Just going to make sure we still have 1 treasure left. Alright, so as long as I can maybe get another Lunala in play. We also have that other Lunala with Shatter Shot. We have a lot of attacking options here. We just need to get things rolling. Now, I can play the Ultra the Moon and give me free retreat. Or I can just Super Absorption this Lele for 60. And then we could finish him off with Moongeist Beam down the road. I don't hate that. There's really nothing else I want to attack him with. So I think this is a fine play. I'm going to split the energy a little bit too. In case my opponent does Guzma up my Lunala. Lunala can definitely get KO'd here. I think my opponent's actually going to take up my Lunala this turn. I mean, they've played 1 Guzma so far. They only have 5 cards though. I think we have to spread out the energy a little bit, just in case we get KO'd here. And yeah, we'll just Super Absorption the Lele for 60. And then this way, it's going to get KO'd by Moongeist Beam, or really anything else like Chaos or Crisis Dive. It would be nice to get damage on the Necrozma, though. That's kind of the big threat right now. This is kind of the best thing I can do, and we might have to just rely on Guzma KO, especially on this Lele. We'll see if my opponent does KO me this turn. That would be pretty scary if they do. That'd be pretty bad if they did. They do have Guzma, and this thing with 3 energies is knocking me out, I think. Well, I mean, they have another second energy. They just straight up KO me. Ultra Ball. Alright, they don't get rid of any Psychics. That was what I was worried about, so they could build up that Dawn Wings even more. I mean, if they do have the KO here, guys, this could be pretty big. I can't, oh man, they're doing 180. 180 plus 60 is 240. They're only doing 240 damage right now, actually. My opponent needs another energy. There you go. Dang it, I was hoping they wouldn't have it. Dang it. So now, yeah, that's a KO. That is a KO. That is tragic. They got 4 energy in the discard, and they took out my Lunala. This is where things get a little rough. My opponent might not be able to respond with a follow-up KO. I guess we have to try and attack him with a second Lunala here. Alright, that was a really good top deck. Wow. Okay. I think we have to just attack him with another Lunala. Alright, I think this is going to be the play. This is going to have to be the play. In fact, hold on. We're going to have to probably move the energy off Mewtwo, in all honesty. If Mewtwo's most likely, you could easily get KO'd next turn. We might lose the game next turn, in all honesty. If my opponent has that last Guzma, we'd probably just straight up lose the game, because Mewtwo's in play. One thing I also hope for, maybe in the future they fix Lunar Fall a little bit, and maybe make it so that you can knock out GXs, because EXs are gone, and Lunar Fall gets a lot weaker. I think I have to do this. Everything else seems fine. I think we just have to hit him for 120, and then pray he doesn't have arguably his last Guzma in his hand. But most Malamar lists are playing 4 Guzmas. This is the problem. If he has that last Guzma, he wins the game, because he knocks out my Mewtwo, and that's game over. But the best thing I can do is just hit him for 120, and then next turn, pray we draw into one of our Guzmas. We haven't played one yet, so we could draw into it. We have 18 cards. We draw into our Guzma, we knock out this guy. Dawn Wings can't two-shot my Lunala, and at that point, we just gotta pray he never draws into his last Guzma to win the game. That's kind of all I have to hope for here, to win this match. So, best thing I do is just Moon Guys beam him for 120, and we'll see if my opponent has the game in his hands. He's played 2 Guzmas. Still has quite a few cards left, but it might be in his hand. He might be playing 4 Guzmas. Most Malamar lists are playing 4. But no, judging from the invasion, he doesn't have it, potentially. You gotta remember, he doesn't have Ultra the Moon in play, unless he does have it in his hand. He might just have Guzma, and he might just want to be KO me with Photon Geyser. He could knock out Lele too with Ultra Necrozma. He's doing a B-string, and that is game, rip. Well, it's not game right away, he just needs to retreat Lunala. Wow, dang it. That is pretty rough. That is pretty rough. We'll hit my opponent, though, with a well-played. We tried. I think really what hurt this matchup the most is probably the fact we didn't really have any good attackers that could kind of return the KO. This is the problem when you're playing against Ultra Necrozma Malamar. When you're playing with this deck, you don't really have anything that can return the KO. We didn't have much that we could use to kind of return the KO for my opponent. All we had was Mewtwo, but that was such a sitting duck because Dawn Wings was in play. And the fact that he could even take down my Lunala in one hit took away the option to Max Potion him. So I think really that's what hurt us the most in this matchup, is just we didn't have anything that really could kind of return the favor with a one-shot, or even take a hit. Like, Lunala's all we had to take a hit here, but because my opponent did have, like, Ultra Necrozma, which he just needed 4 energies on it to KO me, or at least a Beast Energy, or a Choice Band, he had that to KO me, so that was, I think, what really made us suffer the most in this matchup. We did try, though. We tried our hardest to win. That was still a pretty good game nonetheless. So yeah, I think we'll wrap up today's PTCGO video here. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to help me on the road to 3K subs. And I'll see you guys very soon for Storm. I'll probably be uploading more videos until then. I might even live stream before then also. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And I'll catch you guys in another PTCGO video. Peace out. Have a good day. Goodbye.